I'm Laura. I'm a 42-year-old medical student about to graduate medical school and start my residency next year. I have been cash stuffing now for 5-ish months, and in this video we are going to cash stuff our sinking funds, our wallet, some savings challenges, including my 118 envelope challenge. And that's going to be the first thing we do because this week is a very special element that I want to stuff and tell you about. So let me tell you how much we're stuffing. So I just got all of this money from the bank. So we're going to stuff $172 in real money, and then $28 in prop money into the 118 envelope challenge. And like I said, I want to start with that because this is a very special element to me. So we're gonna move this over and we will get to the wallet in a minute. So if you've either never been here or never made it all the way through one of my cash stuffing videos, you probably haven't seen this 118 envelope challenge. And I know that most of you, if you've been around the cash stuffing community at all, have heard of the 100 envelope challenge. Well, the 118 envelope challenge is one that I made up because I wanted to save more than $5,000 for this particular savings goal. I wanted to save between $7,000 and $10,000. So if you're somebody who's trying to save like the max amount for your Roth IRA, which is a little over $7,000, this would be a good one for you. Or like me, I need to move for residency, and moving is gonna cost anywhere between $7,000 to $10,000 for me to like get a new apartment and move some stuff. So that's why that amount. But with 118, that is the number of elements in the periodic table of elements. And I'm a nerd, I love science, all that kind of stuff. And there was this book that I wanted to read, and it was about all the different elements. So I wanted to kind of learn a little bit more about each element. So that's what I've been doing. Every time I stuff one of these envelopes, whatever number it is, that's the element that I learn about. And this week we are doing element 28, and that is nickel. Nickel is very important to me, and that's why we're going to start with this. So nickel, it is not copper, it is nickel. So nickel is a metal, and you've probably heard that some people can get an allergy to nickel. So if they wear certain jewelry, they can get irritation of the skin. Well, I've had that since I was probably a teenager, but since about, I don't know, 8 to 10 years ago, I can't remember exactly, I started having really terrible eczema on my hands. And actually, I started having eczema on other parts of my body as well that I had never had before. Some around my eyes, my mouth, on my wrists. It got so bad, it was all over my body. I could barely leave the house. It was so terrible, but mostly it was terrible eczema on the palms of my hands. I couldn't even bend my fingers, it was so bad. And it would cycle through, like first being kind of bubbly and itchy, and then it would kind of turn into like a bubble full of fluid, and then it would pop, and then it would scab over and would kind of heal, and then it would start again. And it was getting worse and worse over time. And my doctor would give me those typical, steroid creams that would kind of help a little bit, but it never stopped the cycling. So I did some research and I complained to my doctor. My doctor put me, in touch with a dermatologist, but I had to wait like 3 months to be able to see this dermatologist. And I was really going through it, guys. I was really going through it. So I started researching online, and I found out that this eczema that I had, this dyshydrotic eczema, one of the most common causes of that, especially if it's on the palms of your hands, is actually a systemic allergy to nickel. And how could it be systemic, right? I thought it was only on the outside of the skin. Well, guess what? Your digestive tract, it's kind of like your inside skin. It is still in contact with the environment that you consume, the food, the water, all that stuff. And most of your immune system is around your digestive tract because that's where most things end up getting in your body, good and bad, right? So if you develop an allergy to nickel systemically, you can get terrible IBS. There's connection with celiac disease. There's connection with IBD now, according to new research in the last year. but also you can get dyshydrotic eczema. So anyway, I started eating a low nickel diet. That is what the research shows is the most beneficial thing to do. It was very difficult to figure out how to eat a low nickel diet. You have to eat underneath a certain micrograms per day. It's really horrible and it's really annoying because no food is labeled with how much nickel is in it, and that's because it's very difficult to measure. But meat and animal products are reliably low in nickel. So I ate mostly meat for a couple of weeks, and finally I was getting better. And then I finally got into my dermatologist. She confirmed the diagnosis. We got patch tested and everything, but patch testing isn't always a reliable way to diagnose this. But anyway, so but there was terrible resources, so I decided that I was going to make the book that I needed when I was diagnosed. And so I created a cookbook with low nickel recipes, and you could actually see how much per serving of nickel you would get. And I worked with dermatologists and specialists around the world to like write this book, and I published it 1 year ago. And it's now sold over 800 copies on Amazon and on my website, and I'm really, really proud of it. This is something that's a major issue. It's been an issue in Europe for a lot longer than the United States, but like some dermatologists know about it. Almost no gastroenterologists in the United States that I know of know about it, even though it's showing that it might be causing over 40% of IBS. So if you have any of those issues, definitely look into it. I will leave a link to my website about it with like lists of low nickel foods and high nickel foods, to what else? Oh, I have a YouTube channel about it with some recipes. If you want to check it out, I would love that. I'm gonna leave that down below. But so I know that went into like a lot greater detail, but this is really important to me because people need to know about this. It's such a terrible thing to have to deal with, and just eating like fewer high nickel foods can really make a huge difference in your life if this is an issue. So if you have IBS that has not been able to be like improved with the typical low FODMAP diets or other diets that you've tried, it's possible that you're still eating some high nickel foods and it's actually a systemic nickel allergy that's making it worse. Or if you have dyshydrotic eczema or other types of eczema that have not been able to be resolved with other things, definitely try it because it's not a risky thing to do. It doesn't cost you any extra money. Just give it a try for a couple weeks and see if that helps. Because it's helped a lot of people, even people who, my friends who don't have a nickel allergy, I don't think, but have had issues with eczema, have eaten from my book and gotten better. So I don't know, maybe it's just eating better foods, I'm not sure, but definitely check it out. The one thing that I didn't know about nickel that was in here in this actual book was that it was called nickel. It was called St. Nicholas's copper after Kumfer nickel, because it had some reddish to it when they discovered it. So that's nickel. Thanks for listening to my spiel. Let's put this 28 in. Okay, so we got 25, 7, 8. Let's do it this way. So you can tell I'm very passionate about it, and I'm passionate about it because the people who have this issue, it's really terrible. And it's usually it's more children and women because there's a huge, like, obviously there's a huge autoimmune component to it, and women and children are more likely to have autoimmune conditions, especially women. If like I got it right after I had a brain trauma, so trauma can trigger it because there's more immune activity and like cells that are opening up and triggering immune cells, and or after pregnancies, women will get it. There's definitely a hormonal component. So anyway, let's don't forget to, I totally nerded out at you guys, I'm really sorry. But that's just how it goes because I'm a nerd. Okay, we are done with this. I will stop lecturing at you about nickel and we can get started on the fun cash stuff. Okay, so let's check our money here. So I'm gonna be, like, this is basically exactly the way that the bank gave it to me. So I'm gonna have to like clean this up a little bit, and I'm gonna look for star notes as we go. So we'll start with the ones. We wanted 7 ones.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
11. Okay, that's right. The
We want 7 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
7. And then we wanted 2 20s. 1, 2. Okay. So let's move these. Okay. And we're done with that. Now let's check out what I have left. Oh, what I have left in my wallet. Okay, eat, drink, spend. So I shouldn't have anything left over in drink, and that is because, as you will see with my spending, my partner went to the liquor store and bought us, we were able to find some fancy liqueurs that have been hard to find, some Amaro Nonino. And so he bought 2 bottles of that, he bought 3 bottles of wine, and he bought me a bottle of vodka. So that was $211, which means I owe him back $105, I'm saying. I took the $22 out of my wallet. So there's nothing left in that. And then the rest of it is gonna come out of my sinking funds for fine drink. So we will get back to that. And then in spend, oh, I may have taken some money out of that, but anyway, I have $2 left in spend. And I have $10 left in eat. So let's save those in here. So the $2 I want to put into my leap year savings. So let's do that first. $2 into leap year. I still don't have any change. So I already did $2 last week, so I'm gonna do $1.99 and 1 cent to equal 2. So that is leap year. And then we're gonna do Pixel Perfect. We're gonna put 10 in Pixel Perfect. So let's do that. $10 in Pixel Perfect. And I need this. Okay. So I want to go around here. Okay, that's 10. All right, so now we get to take our money out of week 4. So it looks like we gave ourselves 25. Let's see. So I don't need anything in drink. So let's put 10 in eat and 15 in spend. All right. So now the wallet is fixed up. Now, let's see, we need to unstuff from, yeah, see, I took $3 additional out of my spending to help pay for the alcohol. So I need to take 80 out of sinking funds here. Okay. So we need to find a fine drink. I think it's, let's see. Small goods. Here it is, fine spirits. This envelope is from Budget with Carly. Okay, so we need $80 and we only have 25. So 80 minus 25 is 55, right? So I'm going to owe 55. So now we owe 55. Oh, I can't slide it in front, so we're just gonna have to hope that it stays here. Okay, we will be careful. Okay, so that's unstuffing for the week. I didn't spend any other money. So now we get to stuff our sinking funds. So let's start with that. Okay, emergency is getting 5. And we have 1,000, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 32, 1, 32. Now I want to write how much it is. Okay, then we have auto. Auto is getting 10. So now we have 10, 15, 20, 25. In auto, I have work that needs to get done that was around $180. So that's what I need to save up for right now. Buffer, I think, is getting 5, yep. And we get to color in for this one. So we've got 10, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This is from Caro Cash, was a download. And my plan with Buffer is, so this saves $250. She has other denominations like up to 500 and stuff, but this one saves $250. So I'm gonna save $250. Then I'm going to put that in an account, and then I'm gonna start this over again. And once I get up to $250 again, I'm going to move whatever is remaining in my Buffer savings account into my emergency account, and this will be my new Buffer. So it's like a new way of saving an additional amount for emergency, but is still kind of like not as serious of an emergency, if that makes sense. So anyway, I like it. So that's Buffer. Then we've got Wellness. Wellness gets 5. What do we got here? So now we have 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Oh, I forgot to write down what we had in Buffer. I think we have 30. Okay, sticking to each other. Mint is not getting anything. Okay, and then fees. Fees is getting 10. Lots of fees coming up. Okay, so now we have 100, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 135. All right. And then Sanctuary is getting 5. Sanctuary is stuff for the home to make it a sanctuary, and it has 15. Epithelium is getting 25 per usual. And I scheduled my wax, you will be happy to know. I bit the bullet and scheduled one with somebody I don't know. We'll see how it goes. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 130. And then I have a hair appointment at the beginning of January that'll cost about 100. So I should be good for that. And I also need to buy some more makeup soon as well. Okay, wardrobe, $10. And we have nothing in wardrobe, so we now have $10. That one's the end. Okay, so I think this is when I'm supposed to put this in. Still figuring that out. Okay, the next one is tech. We put 25 in tech because we're trying to buy a big honkin' Apple product before residency starts. So we have a tracker for that. I have this free in my Ko-fi shop. It's linked in the description. So let's count this up. We got 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 210, 15, 20, 25, 225. Awesome. And we get to color in a seed. Let's color in this one with the worm in it. So yeah, this is what it looks like. You can either use the $1,200 one or one where you get to decide on the denomination. Okay, next is gifts. That's fully funded. Why did I turn that? I didn't need to turn that. This is fully funded at $200 for Christmas. Hobbies, we are giving ourselves, let's see, this is 200. We get 10 in hobbies. I have some printing I want to do, and there's some more stuff I want to buy from Caro Cash, but I am hoping to use my Capital One points on that. So 20, 30, 35. Yeah, I'm saving up reward money for using in my Etsy for that. Hobbies. Oh, maybe this is when you put it in. When this starts. Okay, I think that's right. Okay. Outdoorsy is getting 5. And we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, $30 in Outdoorsy. Smell Goods is getting 5. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We have been enjoying our Pura air diffuser thingies quite a bit. Fine Spirits is getting 15. 15, but we're going to give that back, and so now we will owe, let's see, 40, 40. Okay. Holiday Boost is getting 5. This is good because we've got food to buy for Thanksgiving, 20, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. We're doing a pie, some ice cream, and some green beans. How much is it? 40, 60, okay. So that will take probably about half of that. Split with my partner. Yeah, I messed this up where that was supposed to go. Okay, Luxury Boost, we owe 10. We're gonna put in 10. and we're gonna give it back to the bank. So I get to take this out, and now it's gonna be at 0 instead of -10, which is great. And then this is the end. Yeah, so we gotta find where emergency went. There's emergency. So it was supposed to be at this point. Hopefully next week I'll have that figured out. I don't know why I forgot how to do it, but I did. So we're done with sinking funds, and now we get to do savings. So for this week, Sunday playing with friends, saving with Judy. She colored in and figured out that we will be saving $14 this week for our gnomes. This was the gnome that I colored in. So let's do 14, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And put our little gnome in here. Let's see, let's put this 10. We got some ones. 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63. Awesome. Because I get to play with all this money at the end of the month in my games binder. I can't wait. Then the remaining money we get to put into Budget with Carly's little thing, and that's $8. So let's count this up. So we got 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, $25 in here. And then we get to color in for $8. All right. So if we put in for our change challenge, we put in $2. For chillin', we put in 10. So all together, let's see. That's 108 in savings plus 145 in my sinking funds. That's 253 altogether that I saved this week. So that is that. Next week we will do the last week, the week 5 for November, and I have set aside money so that I can do some Monday minis for the first time in almost 2 months. So I'm excited for that. So looking forward to that. I will see you guys next time. Bye.